All right, hey, what's up, guys? This is Harrison and Honzo Gonzo.
Derp.
Uh, Welcome to the second episode of the show that sucks. This week we got a few topics for you guys. SF Tekken 2013, Toronto
Yeah.
tournament, Brazil tournament, Darkstalkers, of course, Taco Cup here on Sunday at Southtown. Previous weekend. Talk about some how metagame has evolved in current fighting games, and we'll finish it off with The Walking Dead. So for SF Tekken 2012, some of the bigger changes I think are normal throws are faster now. So instead of a 7 frame startup, it's now a 5 frame startup.
Oh my God, such a difference.
Well, I mean,
Is the range still bad?
the range is probably still garbage. I'd imagine. It doesn't say anything about
Range?
range. Um, so I mean, I guess you're gonna get jabbed out less. Jabs are gonna be like not as powerful, which is a good thing.
Well, yeah.
And then I think a lot of people are gonna like this. The Tekken characters like have improved anti-airs now. As
That's
like
not specific though.
yeah. So I mean I know pretty much before all the Tekken characters had pretty much ass anti-airs.
Nah, Julia, Jin's stance kick was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Julia had a DP. I don't know about any of the DLC characters.
I guess what is it? Kazuya or whatever had that uppercut, but I don't know
That
if that's a
you could
reliable
use.
anti-air.
No, I don't know. Electric Wind Godfist? No. That'd be really hard to use as an anti-air because it's really hard motion to get to just frame.
Uh, let's see. The next is recoverable health regenerates at a lower rate, reducing the number of timeouts. Yeah.
They should just not have recoverable health.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't think that's gonna like change much. It's just people are just living. Like people are still gonna have the same amount of life. I don't really see it being like reducing the or reducing the rate of recoverable health or whatever. It's just I don't think it'll make that much of a difference.
They should keep it the same but up damage like by twice. Like make it like crazy because like they want it to be like all balanced like Street Fighter 4 and I don't think that's the correct way the game should be played. It should be fucking insane like you're doing stupid shit, everyone's getting mad. That's just my opinion though. Like meter, if you have full bar, you should be able to kill.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, look at Tekken Tag 2. I mean, you get hit by one combo and then you're at 50%, or you're close to getting like nailed with like a reset and then probably death. So maybe something like that, and in order to make people die quicker.
Yeah, and give Julia everything. She should have armor on all moves. Hyper armor. She should be able to taunt and gain health.
I know
Like
Cody's godlike in that game, so if I ever
yes.
do play it, I'll have an amazing character to go to.
I just want to fuck Julia. That's, that's all I want.
Uh,
Capcom, please.
all right. Next is so I think this is another big component into making it so there's less timeouts. The cinematics uh, during boost combos has been changed, giving battles a more speedy feel. So I'm assuming that it's not gonna like cut away at every single super art ever in the game.
Yeah, they're probably gonna overhaul that whole thing.
I just
I don't think. Well, that's kind of the problem, but I don't know.
I don't know. I think because well, we were talking about it the other day,
Yeah,
like the double or cross assault or whatever, or I can't remember whatever the team super
yeah.
is.
Team Super with Jin Julia
It's like
does
12
like
seconds or something.
12 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's just like it's so ridiculous how much time all these things take up. All right. Next is no game change mechanic, but it's recoverable health has a more distinct color,
Oh my God! Thank you, Ono. Thank fucking God.
which
I'm gonna pick
honestly,
up the game
yeah,
again.
this doesn't really matter. I guess I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't know why they would even bother doing that. I mean, I guess it's just something that they can just add and say they did, but it's not like you can snap in a character or anything and like look at the recoverable life.
Yeah, it's okay, whatever. Next,
Next,
next.
yeah, next thing. Uh, let's see. Uh, they change the way your character looks when when you have a gem activated. So, meaning that now when you have a gem activated, you're basically like glowing a color, and you can't even tell where your character is for the most part. They made it pretty much. It just like kind of outlines your character now.
Oh,
So it's
no,
not
that's.
like yeah,
Is there like specific character changes? Because that's all I care about.
yeah. I'm getting to it.
Okay.
There aren't that many right now, but let's see. Ken, uh, let's see. His Tatsu has greater forward movement, increased damage. Kazuya, this is the weird one. EX Win Godfist has now full invincibility from startup to the end of active frames.
EX when God fix.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
so
kind of.
hella random.
Well, it makes him a lot better. He has a reversal now.
Yeah.
Besides Electric Wind, Godfist.
Let's see. M Bison, his knee press nightmare is now projectile invincible. I'm assuming that's a super.
Yeah.
And then Bob and Paul now walk faster.
They needed that, I guess. Whatever.
So two characters that really nobody plays anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's it for SFxT Tekken.
I know Julia, at least what Ryan Hunter told me. Julia's EX M, like her dash punch, it wall bounces now. And it has armor still. So like if you use it in a combo you get hella like damage and like you could use it in footsies and just blow through people.
No damn.
So that makes her better. And she's already pretty good. So if they buff her a lot, I'll probably pick up the game for like dumpster prices.
Dumpster prices. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
right because you sold it.
yeah, I sold it, so like I could still make the money if I buy it for like $5. So
You can just, I'll just come over to your house and we can play it, because nobody's gonna play it anyway.
that's
Uh,
true. No one who in North Bay plays it.
I don't know. Well, the biggest thing about this whole thing obviously is the patch is free. So
Oh yeah,
it's basically it's kind of like version 2012 when it came out for AE, and it was free or whatever, or patch after that. I think I can't remember what it was.
No, 2012 Apology Edition.
Oh yeah, that's right. Um,
No, 2012 was free.
yeah,
AE was not.
yeah, AE was the new game. So this is pretty much kind of like the same situation we're going through right now. I don't know. Hopefully, when is the finals for the 25th anniversary
It's in
thing?
San Francisco, December-ish, November.
Because they said they want to release this before next year. So are they going to allow this at
I hope.
the 25th, like
I hope
final?
they it's like the day before like everything switches. Like the finalists have to like just on the fly play
Well,
some variation
I
of the
mean,
game.
no real game mechanics are changed though.
No, but
It's kind of just them reducing timeouts.
it still makes a difference for people's game plans.
Yeah.
Like if you fucking you're like I love timeouts and you're fucking beating everyone with timeouts and like no more timeouts. You're like fuck.
Uh, I think that's it.
All right.
All right. So next we have the Toronto tournament. You want to fill us in on that, Honzo?
Yes, I'm taking the Marvel side of it because there was a lot of Marvel developments at the Toronto series. Um, Before the tournament, way before the tournament, about 3 weeks ago, there's a thread that popped up on SRK called a T13 Money Match thread. If you go to this thread now and like fiddle through it, it has the most ghetto call outs since like Marvel 2, like people threatening violence and shit over this East versus West rivalry of Canada. And so like they're all ghetto for some reason. So they're talking hella shit. And what it comes down to, it's about 4 or 5 East Coast Canadian players who is Rebello, Nick Ham, Joker, um, RDK, and someone else I'm forgetting. But those people were basically talking shit to B, who was the only West Coast player that was, or like notable West Coast player going over. So they had a series of money matches before the event. You had Rebello versus B, which was around $650. B destroyed Rebello. It was like 10-2, 10-3 or something.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. B's like side note, B's really, really good. He plays shit.
Spencer, Frank West,
Spencer,
and
Frank,
Dante.
Dante.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the most like free-form teams for Frank West because like everything leads into Frank West leveling up and having godlike assists and like godlike hit confirms and mix-ups and stuff. So his team's really good and he plays it very well. So after the Rebella match, they had a 7 grand money match between Joker and B. And on the mic, Nick Cam, who had a $3,000 or $4,000 money match the next day, was talking so much shit to B. Basically, he said all West Coast was faggots. That Joker would body him like 10-4. That B was shit. So B wins 10-3. The entire time you could feel Nick Cam's veins popping out of his fucking forehead because he just gets so angry progressively. And the commentary is like some of the saltiest commentary I've ever heard in my life. And it was pretty funny. Like he was just like, "Oh yeah, I get him, Joker, Joker, drop combo." Be like, whatever. It's like it's a first to 10, and he's like 8-2 or something. I was like, "Oh my god." So so he gets all salty and says that he's gonna beat him tomorrow. Whatever, I'm gonna body him. So he gets bodied by B the next day. So like approximately, I'm pretty sure B won. I want to say around 8 grand off of money matches, at least. Um, just money matches in that weekend.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure East Coast did not win. They probably didn't win one money match, or they won one out of like the profile ones, because the Americans played them and like bodied them. So B kind of like teared through all of East Canada and made a big name for himself. Okay, so the actual tournament, that was like a side note. The actual tournament was okay, I guess. Like the pool play was awful in my opinion. Like just random Canadians like being bad. And like American style on Canadians. Up in top 16, we had a lot of interesting people though. Reeker, my favorite little Marvel player, Thor Dante Arthur, got ninth actually. He played really well. He has like the weirdest team in the world. Uh, Also, Goa, Goa, disgruntled Goa. He plays Trish, Doom, Amy, and he kind of came out of nowhere and was taking people out. Um, and top 3 was Ray Ray, Justin Wong, and B. And Ray Ray actually put Justin into losers and then beat him again. He beat him twice, which is a feat not many people can do, if any. So congrats to Ray Ray on winning. Pretty sick set. He beat both the Wolverine, Storm Akuma, and Spencer Virgil Frank West team, both of which have won majors.
Yeah,
So
I
good shit.
mean, it seemed like his plan versus like the first time Ray was playing Just Along in I think it was winners finals, right?
Yeah.
Basically just get rid of Wolverine. Like he would just X Factor and just kill that character, and it was doing pretty well for him.
Yeah, because Wolverine depends a lot on momentum. And Justin Storm Akuma is pretty good, but against the full drone team, it'll just fall apart really fast. Because Akuma can't really do any. Akuma assist can't really do anything against drone covered by mag blast.
Yeah. And then I don't remember him doing much with Spencer Virgil Frank West either.
The last time they played with that team, Justin beat him 3-0. So I'm pretty sure Ray Ray lapped it up and like just stepped it up. Ray Ray has been stepping it up a lot lately. So good shit to him. He's probably gonna do well in most majors coming up. So yeah, that was Marvel. It was okay. It's an okay tournament.
And so, okay, so for Street Fighter, I believe was it the last Toronto tournament that Charithi and Dominion fought each other, or was that a different tournament?
That was a Canadian tournament. I don't know which one was.
Okay, so it was basically the same scenario again. Charithi 3-0'd him in winners finals, and if you guys like don't follow Dominion on Twitter, he's basically it's like the most depressing shit you like ever seen. Like he's like just trying to find new characters. Like, I mean, if you've seen him play at Big Two, he's playing Cammy himself a little bit because I think he's just like kind of feeling, what the hell can I do against like this character? I mean, it's definitely really bad. It's definitely a bad matchup.
Cammy?
Yeah, it's a horrible matchup.
Cammy?
Um, not even just because of like the mix-ups, but just because of the unblockables. Although Chirithi really wasn't doing them. Um, and if he was trying, I mean, Dominion was doing a good job of getting out.
Just one frame block. What's so hard about it?
Just one frame block.
Just one frame block.
A notable person, if you guys don't know who he is Snafu.
Snafu.
Snafu is like the most godlike Dhalsim player in Canada, if like not the US right now. He had to beat Justin Wong, and like he didn't body him, but man, it was like really convincingly like beating him.
They played an exhibition actually, and Wong beat
him
Snafu
5-0 apparently.
Yeah, 5-0. So he was sandbagging. Oh shit.
Yep. Got like fanatic tier sandbagging.
Yeah.
But I would, if you are a Dhalsim player, please go and watch that guy. If you have trouble in the Rufus matchup, go watch him play Justin Wong. He like does the most incredible job of keeping him out that I've ever seen anybody do against a Rufus player.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He did really well in most Canadian tournaments.
Yeah.
So.
And then I think in grand finals it was like 3-2 or something like that. Dominion was definitely catching on. I don't know if he has any Cammy practice on the East Coast. Do you know if he does? I don't.
Sanford.
Sanford? Does he play Cammy?
I don't know.
The problem is you have to play a good Cammy. Like
I don't know.
shitty Cammies are like don't give you any. Oh yeah, K-Brad, right? But
he's Maryland.
Do they play though? Like
I don't know.
Oh.
Why you ask me this? I don't follow Street Fighter.
You follow East Coast more than I do.
Oh, okay, I guess.
But yeah, that was pretty much like, I would say a pretty easy victory for Chirithi, just because of that matchup.
I wish Dominion wasn't so sad.
Yeah, I know, he's so sad.
So Bible thump. Like he just goes on Twitter, like makes like 5 posts in a row, like asking people like, what do I do? Like Justin Wong, like Filipino champ, like Noel, what do I do against this? Please. And like he's asking James Chen for advice. I'm like, he's hit rock bottom.
So since we're on the topic of Cammy's destroying everybody, we'll head to the Brazil tournament, the 25th anniversary qualifier there. And it was the same story there, pretty much. It wasn't as bad as K-Brad versus Infiltration, which Takedo was doing some things that like I don't see Infiltration do, like some certain option selects or setups or something like that. He's definitely, I think, Takedo's like he can read players better.
Yeah. He adapts way better. He has way more experience in Infiltration, definitely.
Yeah. That was like a super hype grand finals. I can't remember. I believe Takedo sent let's see. Let me pull up his name really quick.
Oh wait, sidebar. If you want questions answered by me, send them to my Twitter. We'll do them at the end of the show. Bastards. All
right. His name is GR Brino Fighters, and he was a Xbox 360 pad player.
Nice.
I was like, oh shit, this is hell serious. And
You know why Brazilians play on pad though? Know the reason?
It's because they can't get sticks, right?
Sticks are like $300 to $500 over there,
Yeah.
like customs and like TEs and shit. So like Xboxes are like $500 and shit. So they just do like the cheapest thing possible.
Yeah, pretty much. There was definitely a lot of pad players there. I was noticing a lot of pad players for SFxT Tekken when I tune in for that. Um, but uh, it was really really close. I'm pretty sure it was last round, last match again. Um, the best part I think was like the very last round. Like, I think Taquito he had like a pixel of life, and he was just about to lose the tournament, and he just like turned it on and like somehow brought it all the way back, and sent it to the last round, and like everybody was just like super like cheering him on because the guy's from Brazil, right?
Hmm.
And he just like looks back and he's like, don't worry guys, I got this. Like raise his hand, calm everybody, calm down. And I was like, oh shit. And he, sure enough, dude, he fucking clutches it out and like bodies him like the last round. And like,
Storybook.
yeah, storybook shit right there. And unfortunately, though, it wasn't the same situation for anybody else that Taquito fought. Taquito ended up taking second for Street Fighter. For SFxT Tekken, oh, Gamer B was at this event also,
Oh, he
but
was?
but he already qualified for Street Fighter, I believe, at the Taiwan qualifiers or the Asian
Do
qualifiers.
do they get to play in the tournament if they already qualified?
I want to imagine no,
Yeah,
because
that's what
I
I would assume.
believe, yeah, I believe that like he probably would have gotten top 8 in Street Fighter just because of the players that I saw. There were a couple let's see.
I assume he was there for Street Fighter X Tekken.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see who else. There was a CNB House was a for Street Fighter. He was a super solid Gen player too. So if you guys want to check that out, the CNB guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
Choo Choo Sakura player. Nothing too fancy. To be honest, like no setups really. No, there was just like really solid play just going on. Uh,
What about the Marvel at the Street Fighter anniversary?
there's no Marvel.
Fuck you, Capcom, you piece of fucking shits. I hate you. Well, let's support Third Strike. Everyone plays that. Fuck you.
Uh, so for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Gamer B did enter that, but of course Mad Catz Takita took that with Dalsim and Cody.
Dawson's hella cheap.
Is he hella cheap?
Apparently. From what I hear, like he has like weird setups that are pretty good.
But he's like that's like such a team that I thought would be good when the game first came out. Because I was thinking to myself, I need to play a character that can rush down, and then a character that can just zone the crap out of people. And like looking straight at that, like I can see that being a good team.
Well, with auto combos, you can sort of like get some good damage with Dalzim,
Yeah,
and you just tag into a high damage character like Cody, and he has really good Oki, so it's like
yeah.
it's fucking GG's.
And so and then Aver Media Gamer B took second. Breno Fighters again breaking top 8 in SF Cross Tekken, getting third. And then a bunch of other guys. Choo Choo got 7th also. Let's see,
What was the prize amount for that tournament?
I believe first place is like around like 2 grand, I think.
Okay.
And then second and third, or second is like 1,500, and then third is like 700, and then it just goes smaller and smaller.
Oh, is it like top 8 payout?
Well, it's I'm pretty sure it's the same thing everywhere. Yeah, I think it's top 16 payout, I
Oh, okay.
believe. Yeah,
I was just wondering. I didn't know.
yeah. And then for Third Strike, I didn't even know Tokido played Third Strike, and he
Yeah.
wins. So his Yun was on point. He wasn't really doing anything special. The guy that he fought at the end really I didn't think was terribly great, but he was definitely dropping a lot of stuff. For Super Turbo, by no surprise, in my opinion, Tokido took that too with
Yeah.
Vega, because his Vega is absolutely disgusting.
Dude, is Vegas so cheap?
He just, although the guy who came in second, OCT, well, Garance, I think. He played Chung Li, and I guess he plays Vega too, but I guess he didn't want to mirror match him. He was doing like an incredible job of keeping him out, but it just like it wasn't enough. Uh, and I think that's pretty much it for the Brazil qualifiers. The one random thing that I saw was Comofine was commentating the whole time,
They love Comofine in
and
Brazil.
they do.
I'm sure they suck his dick under the commentary table. Like they fucking adore him.
Because I'm like, why is this guy not here? He's not competing. He's just like, did they just fly him out there to commentate the whole time?
He was out there before for that Brazil major, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so he was commentating on that too. And then he went down to Mexico for a Mexican major. And I guess they're like, "Well, you're already down here. Come back." And like they want to like party with him.
I can see that. So,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I'm assuming they flew him down for that. Because I don't see him, just, oh, I'm going to go down to Brazil and, commentate because it sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm sure they accommodated him.
Which, I mean, that's pretty cool to me. I'd be down to do that. And then
I wouldn't.
you wouldn't? Yeah, screw that.
Nah, you leaving America? America's the best.
Yeah, you have a good point.
Why do I want to go to smelly Brazil? They're smelly, fat women. They're fucking AIDS. You know how many AIDS is there? Hella AIDS. I'm serious. They have AIDS and Jesus and fat ladies. Brazil. Holla holla, get a dollar. All right, next.
All right, so you can cover this topic because I don't really know much, but Darkstalkers.
Oh, Darkstalkers. The resurrection or whatever.
Yeah, apparently it's like Darkstalkers 2 and Darkstalkers 3, I believe, and it comes in a
Yes.
bundle.
You have Darkstalkers 2, Darkstalkers 3 that's gonna be released on Xbox Live, PSN it's basically Third Strike in like it's basically Third Strike style online. Hopefully it's GGPO, but we never know. So we have that coming out to Xbox Live, and I'm gonna assume they're gonna do the shtick like they did with Marvel 2, where it's like if you buy the game, we're gonna work on the next one, but you gotta buy the game first. It is GTPO. Anyways, but since they're doing that, I'm gonna assume it's the same situation with Marvel 2 and Marvel 3 because Marvel 3 was in production before they re-released Marvel 2. So I'm pretty sure the new Darkstalkers is already under production, and they released that teaser trailer. So that's probably gonna be coming out next year, either February next year or fall next year.
Do you think people are gonna play it?
Yes.
Do you think people are gonna play the remakes?
No.
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 This is pretty much just like a ploy like they did in Marvel 2, where they kind of just made it to get people back into it, I guess.
Yeah. Get people interested. Have people like, oh, Lord Raptor's cool, yay, and Morgan, big titties, whatever. It's just money, and it gets good publicity for their other game, and like people remember stuff. But like you can already play these games on GTPO at the moment, so like I don't see the reason for people to buy it and play it. If you already were interested in playing it, you could have been playing it for free with hella good players this entire time. So I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's also just like whatever they can just have it like at an arcade or something now for cheaper, which I
That's
think
true.
because I heard there's Virtual Fighter. Some of the older Virtual Fighters are like coming out for PSN or something like that, and I think like Art or somebody was like kind of psyched about that because it's like, oh shit, is that like a real version? I can like put that on my PS3. But so I think
Yeah.
have anything else?
I really really like Darkstalkers, to be honest. It's a really fun game. It's very crazy.
The characters are definitely very unique.
Oh my god, the characters are amazing. All the characters are great. Besides like Victor, maybe I don't like Victor very much, but like if they put it into like a Street Fighter 4 engine, I think it'll excel. If they, I think they're gonna do Fighter X Tekken engine, and that's fine if they improve it and don't have the same quirks about it. I think they should do Street Fighter 4 engine because I think that's a little bit better. But Street Fighter X Tekken engine might be able to handle the zaniness that is Darkstalkers, so I don't know.
They could have done the same thing like because it looks like that new Injustice game has the same engine as Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
but it's like it's different. Like I believe
I
it doesn't have a block
guarantee
button or anything.
I guarantee the Injustice will have the same glitches of Mortal Kombat, like player one, player two side, shit like that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Because like I don't want like the Street Fighter X Tekken glitches that pop up. I think they fixed most of them. I'm not sure at the current state of it, but I don't know. I like the old Street Fighter 4 engine. I'm biased. Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter X engine is the same. You could do unblockables in Street Fighter X Tekken. Baloney.
I don't.
Oh, it's a modded Street Fighter 4 engine. Whatever. Give me the original.
All right. So next on our list, I believe you were done with the Darkstalkers, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Taco
I'm
Cup.
being BB Hood. BB
Taco
Hood.
Cup.
BB Hood.
The BB Hood.
BB
What?
Hood.
BB Hood. What the hell's that?
You don't know what BB Hood is?
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
That's the Little Red Riding Hood in Darkstalkers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Boletta. Anyways, Taco
Yeah.
Cup.
Taco Cup. So, aside from the blow-ups, the first match, I'll go
Congrats
over.
to Hell Pockets.
Congrats to
for
Hell Pockets.
winning his Garo match by TKO.
What a baller. He doesn't even need to play, you know.
Ah,
Give
he walked in. Was like, I won. 8 tacos left.
And then our next match was Neiman and some other dude that was never said anywhere, and I didn't even know this guy was like there to begin with.
I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't know what was going on in the beginning of
I
the
could've
stream.
been-
Yeah,
I could have been on Kieran's team.
yeah,
I play Q, but
yeah. So there was this guy there in the beginning of the stream. You can kind of hear what's going on. It's kind of, it's, I don't know. It didn't really start yet, but anyway, I don't know. Something happened, and the guy ended up leaving.
yeah,
And-
apparently he was a huge dick to Art, and Art's just like, all right, get out. And so he loitered and like outside and was like, oh, I'm black, and like just like stood there the entire time and watched.
he was like, "Oh man, I wish I would have panned to the outside camera because he was just like there all by his like lonesome, just like
Yeah,
sitting there with
just-
his arms like underneath his fucking armpits like the whole time, just watching the shit from outside."
Yeah. So
But
That
other than that,
happened.
yeah, the whole match, I think Jimmy and Kieran, like Jimmy was kind of figuring stuff out at the end, but Neiman was just bodying these two guys.
yeah,
Let's see. The next match, I believe it was, we kind of did this like last minute. It was like me and Nothing Man in Street Fighter El Forte Mirror match, and he bodied me. I'm still hell
Actually-
salty.
I like watching that.
I wish I could. I just wish I could have made it more interesting. Like I was hoping to like at least do it like 5-3 or something
You
like
need
that.
to do like meaty slides more.
Yeah, like he was jumping
Beats
out a
wake up
lot.
options.
Um,
Like you guys were doing, like you guys like probably weren't like the best El Fortes. No offense,
no,
but
I'm
like
not
the
taking.
thing you guys were like doing wrong things, but they're like avoiding each other. So there's like one point in the match where you guys like attacked for like 5 seconds and you didn't hit each other like anywhere. You're like sliding, and he rolled, and like you jumped as you like did another jump, and like you were just avoiding each other. I was like, that's pretty funny.
And then Martin had the nerve to say that he has a better Dan than I do, and I bodied that guy 5-0.
Bodied
him.
That's Dan.
That's the end of that. Next match, I think was this next match. I think was
TVC.
yeah TVC. I think. Well, I was gonna say it was probably the hypest match of the night.
Yeah.
A lot of people like. You were telling me there's TVC heads out there, so definitely TVC on a stream somewhere. People were happy.
Yeah, it was Magnum Man and KB are two of like the best in the like world probably at TVC, and people don't really know about Magnum Man because he doesn't travel that much and didn't when TVC was out. But like they're both amazing at the game, and like they were doing some sick shit in the set, and it was pretty close.
Yeah, I believe it was Mega Man took it 10-8, I believe.
Yes.
Mega Man, he was like beating him up pretty bad. I think it was like 5-1. And then KB's, I can't remember who he switched to. I think he switched to Morgan,
Yeah,
and
he
then
switched
he kind of won some games
to
with that.
Morgan Cross. Morgan has a really, really good assist. Her fireball is actually really good. But like Case is known for his Yatterman Batsu and Yatterman Twins setup. So like he never used. I don't think he used Yatterman 2 at all. But the shit he was doing is like really crazy hype and like technical, and it was pretty cool to watch. It's always fun to watch high level TVC like shit. Like he was getting out of unblockable setups by raw tagging like every time, and he was jabbing himself out of unblockables, doing really hype combos. And then Magnum Man was just doing like crazy resets into like super damage with Alex.
Yeah, man, those
Alex
like
just does
yeah,
insane amount of damage.
that
And
wall
like
reset with the
assist.
command grab.
Yeah, the roll assist is like is an overhead actually, and it's a delayed overhead. So with Alex, you can do his dive, which is really negative on block. They punish, the overhead hits them, and you get a free combo. So you're automatically safe no matter what. And it's like this. It's a sick setup. Roll herself is like not that good, but she has like really good normals with the broom. So it was pretty sick watching it. If you want to check out the archives, it's on iPlayWinner.
Yeah, the video will be
YouTube.
up soon. And then the next match, well, we switched it back to KOF. It was this was definitely hype for like the Southtown guys. It was SCAJD versus Geo.
Yeah.
And this guy, from the stories that I've heard, he basically, beat everybody at Southtown and then just decided to leave and wanted to stay on top.
Yeah, he left when he was like, because apparently like everyone at Southtown was picking up KOF. Like, okay, let's play this game. He's been playing KOF for a while. He bodies everyone. Once people start catching up, he's just like, nope, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But anyways, like, so he comes back, and because JD, people saying JD can beat him or something, I don't know. But
I don't
anyways,
know why the match.
I don't know how this even happened. Um, but anyways, like, it was the first match. It was like, okay, like, JD made it interesting. He dropped an HD combo or something. He should have won the first game.
He should have. I bet that JD would win one game.
Yeah, that's what the one game, like he probably would have won.
Yeah.
But then he dropped that combo, and then he got 5-0'd by Geo.
You know, it started to get pretty bad at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Geo was just obviously a better player than JD, just like fundamentally wise and like mind games wise.
Yeah.
And then okay, so our main event was STA Win Zero versus who was it? It was
It was me.
and you were dropping so much stuff, dude.
Yeah. Well, so bring up the TV. Whatever. So my game plan for that matchup was it was an exhibition, so I wanted to try some stuff out. I was playing Morgan in casuals and doing okay with her, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Morgan Doom past Doom to start it off. So I didn't realize I was playing in casuals on player 2 side with Morgan, and that's like my strong fireball cancel side. So when I went to play on the stream, I was a one player. So I was trying to do it on the one player side. I was like, oh shit, I can't really do it that well. So you just come up and pipe me and shit. So I was like, ah fuck. And then Morgan would just die and I would just lose. So like it was like 4-0 or something. And I was like, ah fuck, what do I do? And he was like, pick Hulk. I was like, what? He's like, just pick Hulk. I was like, all right. So I picked Hulk and I won a match. And I was like, what the? And then it was 5-1 basically. And I was like, okay, I'm going to switch to my real team.
And you're doing pretty well.
I adapted, I thought, pretty decently, but he was just too far ahead.
Yeah, at that point. But you were getting hit by the team super
I've
many
never,
times.
yeah, I've never seen him do that, and apparently Modok Beam is durable as all hell because it beats Task Arrow clean, and it beats...
It looks like it beats everything.
I'm going to assume that it beats most projectile supers, if not all, because I can't think of one at the moment. Maybe Ryu or Akuma.
I was going to say, like, I don't know how much, like, maybe Beautiful Joe.
Yeah. The thing is,
if the super's out first.
the thing is, it doesn't cause like hit stun like at all because it's so like low damage and low like hits. So he gets a full combo. Plus with Frank West, he gets to level up with it. So it's such a good like tool.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that was like your bane of existence right there.
Yeah,
Is that team super?
I just have to bait it more in that matchup. But yeah, Tommy's new little team is pretty fucking good. It's I think synergy wise, it's better than his old team, but like character wise, his old team's better. But like I think synergy is way more important in this game. So the fact that he has two like decent, really good teams, decent good teams, um, is really powerful for him, and he should do a lot better in the future at like majors and shit.
He needs to just travel. Like,
Yeah, he can just get in a car and go somewhere else.
unfortunately, it's like hard enough for him to get to Southtown, let alone
Yeah,
a major.
he just needs to go to like a run back or something, somewhere someone else's weekly and just blow everyone up.
Well, maybe we can make a trip or something.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So next we have a little topic here. I don't know. I guess you could start off metagames and just in general fighting games that have evolved since they first came out. Mainly the newer games.
Well, Marvel at the moment, I think, is switching into how to beat certain teams, and people are just gonna start counter picking instead of learning a main team and going with it. I think people are gonna start picking up Virgil, Strider Assist, and stuff like that to specifically counter Morgan, and they're gonna probably pick up Hawkeye Anchor to specifically counter like Zero and like Doom Anchors, stuff like that. And I don't think it's a good strategy at the moment. Maybe in the future when everything's so optimized, like you touch someone, they just die.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think learning your team and learning how to beat the matchup at the moment is better. But everyone seems to like just want to beat Chris G and like forget about everyone else.
Well, I mean, I watched like an interview with Chris G or something. It was like on Finger Cramp or something, and he was like saying that. Um, I watched it for like 5 minutes or something. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'll bite. So I'm watching it, and he was like, he had a good point. Like people are like now like getting used to uh, getting ready to play, Morgan Doom, right? And then he like just pulls out like Wesker and then something else, right? And then people like just kind of crumble and like don't know how to fight against it.
Yeah, people fixate too much on one thing and don't have a counter strategy to his counter strategy. Because like the whole like Filipino champ thing at Evo against, I believe it was Combo Fiend, where he's like, okay, I'm gonna pick Phoenix and he's gonna counter pick me and beat my Phoenix. I'm gonna counter pick him to beat him. Is
Yeah, that was a ridiculous counter pick fest right there.
Yeah, I think that's gonna become more and more common because people are just gonna have teams to specifically beat teams and like get counterpicked really easily in turn and shit. And it's gonna be silly.
Which is funny because like, okay, switching to Street Fighter now, it's like the exact opposite in Street Fighter. Um, Everybody is pretty much becoming a specialist. There are very few top players out there that are counterpicking at all, from what I see. At least in top 8. I mean, I'm sure there's still people out there like a pool player or something that are like switching to Cammy or
Zangief.
yeah, like Zangief or to beat up Yun or something like that. Um, but all those specialists out there like have it's definitely been paying off. Although I mean, I say this all the time. It's a double-edged sword now. Now you have these matchups that are getting so defined that those 6-4 matchups are legitimately 6-4 matchups. Like you are 60% of the time, 60 to 70% of the time, you're probably not going to win. If it's a really good, like say like a really good Cammy and a really good Akuma, the Cammy is probably going to win 6 to 7 times out of 10 every time.
I just think it mostly has to do with some of these characters have like 4 or 3 years worth of tech that just like piles on top of each other, and at this point it just gets way too defined, like the matchups, like how it's supposed to go,
Yeah,
and the players are just they're just up there now.
And like I mean the game is definitely like evolved defensively as well. Um, when the first game first came out, like everybody was like, "Oh shit, you can like crouch tech," and it like you can delay crouch tech, and you'll tech a throw or you'll hit them out of their block string or whatever. But people finally like wised up and figured out how to blow that up, and then there was the phase where everybody was like, "Oh shit, like stand teching is hella godlike because it blows up like counter hit setups." At least heavier counter hit setups. Like you're still gonna get blown up by delayed crouching jab or something like that.
Yeah.
And now it's straight up to the point where people just don't block anymore. Um, like if you look at Dominion versus Chirithi, for instance, Dominion gets the fuck out of there. Like he does not want to sit there and Gibby had a good point. 60% of Cammy's win every time. Or Cammy wins 60% of the time. But yeah, now it's like if you saw Who-Man, somebody made Who-Man a T-shirt after you beat PR Balrog or Ricky, and PR Balrog said something like the new Street Fighter tech. It was like jump back or reversal or something like that. No blocking. Which I mean I thought was kind of dumb because that's how you play Rufus. Or that's how you play against Rufus. At least that's how I do, and how I encourage anybody else that plays against a Rufus to play him. But yeah, it's like that now. You don't want to take that mix-up anymore. It's more of just baiting a reversal or taking a throw. I always think like the best defensive strategy, if you know how to use it well. So this doesn't really fit some people that great, but if you watch Kasanoko play, he either mashes jab on wake up because Yon has a 3-frame jab, or he just uppercuts. And it really throws you off your game because you're constantly worried about getting uppercutted. And if he thinks that you think he's gonna uppercut, then he's just gonna mash jab.
Isn't it
And
like the Daigo conundrum?
Daigo, I mean, I guess he does that. He doesn't do it to the extent that Kasanoko does it. That's pretty much what he does. I mean, he throws in a backdash every once in a while too, and that 4-button technology is good also with the you hit throw and focus at the same time, and then you backdash, and it basically beats any option. There are some things obviously that it won't beat, like
Armor breakers.
armor breakers. Yes, Seth Tangent Engine is going to blow that up. But for the most part, it's definitely a good tool.
Do you think Cammy's gonna stay top or is top?
The weird thing is, it's like I think people are figuring out how to play Rufus now. It's kind of like that phase where you have to play Rufus differently than how you're supposed to play the game, if that makes any sense.
No, like a lot more aggressive.
Like, because anybody that can alter their jump is huge, because it basically takes out that like that straightforward zoning game, and it becomes straight into like mind games, 50-50. And it makes it really hard for like characters like Guile or Cody to like keep people out that have those kind of things, because they can just jump in, and if they guess right, they're just in. And like I have to guess right, and I get punished more than they do. But fighting Rufus, it's hard at first because the main thing that he does is he blows up crouch teching, and he can blow up stand teching. So, like he basically can blow up your defensive options altogether, and people just aren't used to mashing jab, or jump back jab, or reversal, or you basically it's kind of sucks because you kind of have to disrespect them almost in order to win. And I feel it's the same way with Cammy, but I feel she's a little better at it just because EX dive kick is like kind of out of control.
Yeah, that move is fucking ridiculous.
It kind of feels like you can't anti-air it unless you have a reversal, or an invincible reversal, or a move that extends your hitbox way far out.
Yeah. You didn't answer my question. Is Cammy top tier?
It's Cammy top tier. Yes, Cammy's top tier. I still think she's number 2 next to Viper.
Viper.
Viper will always be there.
I think Viper is actually like the future of Marvel. Actually,
Yeah.
I think she's the pinnacle of what like is cheap in Marvel, like embodied into one, because she has ridiculous keep away in her fucking asshole beam thingy. She has Seismo, which is one of the best projectiles in the game. You can rapid it. She has unblockable setups that are easy, and the combo scales like nothing because her normals don't scale correctly. So she does hella damage. She has hella good pressure. She has hella good mix-ups. She can fully convert off of air throws, super jump, normal height. She has instant overheads. She has an air dash in the air. She has burn kick feints to keep her elevated. She actually has tech that no one does that Crisis found out, which is basically you can do a burn kick feint and travel 3/4 of the screen into an overhead.
Yeah, I think I saw a video on that a while ago, but yeah, nobody really uses that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
So I think like her point wise, is so good that people aren't really exploiting it to the extent that they probably should be. I think K Beast, Marlon, Drew do really good jobs forward of exploiting this shit. But that's like 4 or 5 people. There should be like fucking 30 people doing it.
That's the thing. It's the same thing with Viper and Street Fighter, though. Nobody wants to put in the time.
Yeah.
That's why Cammy. That's Viper will be number one, but like Cammy, she's such a good number two just because of how easy and simple all of her things are. It's kind of like Virgil or something. I don't know in Marvel, where it's like, okay, you can play this C Viper character who is like probably one of the harder characters to play in the game. Like she has unblockables, like relatively easy setups if you have like the right team combination. Or you can play Virgil and you can just Helmbreaker. Like that's kind of what I feel about that situation.
Yeah. I think Viper in Marvel isn't that difficult besides our like crazy stuff that KB's does. Otherwise, you can still get like a lot of damage off of simple shit. It's just people are way too lazy, I guess, in Marvel, and they're like, Hillenberger, like press one button instead of five.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I don't know. I think she'll become a lot more prevalent, along with like Strider assist. Virgil will still should pick up on the East Coast, even though it hasn't. Dude, Flux is the only person on the East Coast that plays Virgil like extremely well, besides maybe Flocker.
I was gonna say Flux, he's like that young kid, right?
He's not.
A
I don't know
younger
how
kid.
old he is.
Oh, but he looks young. Anyways, yeah, his sword loops are definitely on point, which is really scary because you get
Yeah,
hit
I
and you
played
die.
him. I played him at Seasons, and he's pretty good. He's probably not as good as Drew and Patrick, though. That's why I say East Coast probably needs to step it up in the Virgil.
Virgil department.
Uh, but yeah, I think Viper will become more prevalent because I don't see her going down. I see Zero going down once players block correctly. I think Zero will like deflate, but you can't block an unblockable. So like, there's just certain characters that will just die. Oh yeah, Yipes has a good Virgil. Forgot.
Yeah, his Virgil's definitely legit. So what do you think? I think we definitely wrapped up that topic pretty well.
Yeah.
So gonna do something a little non-game oriented. The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
If you guys haven't seen the show or read the comic books, go do one or the other. Preferably, I don't know. I'd read the comic books just because
No,
you
I
can.
would watch the show first.
Really?
Yeah,
Why is that?
because the show does things differently, and it's interesting to see how they portray the characters via the comics first, because you see like what they're trying to do, but they can't quite accomplish.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and you can go either or, and I mean, you're gonna get the story, but it's completely different on how it gets there from both
Yeah.
the comic and the show. So you're not gonna be like, why should I, read the comic books now if I already watched the show?
Oh, I don't know. It's my opinion.
No. And
Fucking
then
asshole. What?
and then the Walking Dead video game.
Dude, okay, so well,
So
let's
I
talk about the
haven't.
show
Okay, first
first.
of all, I haven't played the third or fourth episode.
I haven't
So
either.
all right. So we're both on the same
Let's
page.
talk about the show first. We're
Okay,
skipping ahead.
okay.
So the season 3 premiere was this Sunday, and we missed it because of Taco Cup.
I actually stayed
And
up at. I stayed up at like till 1, and I just watched it.
yeah, me too. Um, fucking, it was hella sick. I don't know. I'm gonna spoil it if you guys uh haven't seen it. Go watch it right now. But like, they just run up in the prison and they're like just fucking capping fools, and everyone gets headshots because everyone's an expert marksman now. And Carl tries to bang Beth, and the old guy's like, "Fuck you," and
Oh yeah,
like
that's right. It's like
Maggie just like turns into a vampire slayer and starts like fucking just stabbing people in the neck. It was like, "Ugh," like,
yeah.
and like Lori's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Rick," and Rick's like, "You're a fucking bitch. Fuck you and your son, and like fuck your unborn baby," and like leaves. And she's like, "Oh,"
Yeah, I
and then
don't.
there's that one scene with. Like she's like, oh, the baby's gonna eat me, and Herschel's like, well, probably, and she's like, and
Don't worry about it.
then they all go into the prison maze, which is a maze for no reason. They were marking it off and they can't find their way back, whatever. And they bring the only doctor they have in the entire world, apparently. So like, oh yeah, we can risk him dying, whatever. And they get all separated, and Herschel's like, oh, and then they chop off his leg, and they have no plan after that. They just chop the leg off. It's like, okay, it's off. And then they see the prisoners in there. And if you haven't read the comics, the prisoners do.
Are batshit insane.
Yeah. I hope I hope they go with the rape route, and I hope Lori gets raped because I fucking hate Lori.
That's kind of fucked up. I
Dude, she's bad. I hate her.
I hope the baby dies.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want a baby in the show. I
It's
don't want him to
true.
have to worry about a baby. I don't want to hear baby crying. Like, just I don't want to hear it at all. Like,
You know, you know what they did do in the episode? They made Carl not useless and a detriment to the group.
oh yeah, all of a sudden he was a badass. He was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think him not being like the bane of like, not being the Jar Jar Binks of the show, because that's how I viewed him in season 2.
wait, who?
Like, okay, do you have you seen the prequels to Star Wars?
No, I mean, who
Oh,
are you
Carl.
talking? Yeah, Carl. Okay.
So the prequels to Star Wars, Jar Jar Binks is in the first one. He's just some fucking alien who's like, oh, I'm goofy. And everyone hates him. So the next movie, he like becomes like the senator of the planet because the princess leaves or whatever. And then the third movie, he basically gives them like the empire the rights to like become the empire. So he basically destroys like the entire republic and is responsible for mass genocide because he's a fucking asshole. That's how I feel Carl is. He's just like, well, I'm just gonna dupe around, and like he kills like Dale and like the whole zombie just like come invade, and he's like, well, I'm just gonna run away, and like everyone's just dying because he's incompetent.
Yeah, I know Carl's gonna do something. I mean, he already killed Shane, so.
Yeah.
Uh, although I thought it was just really weird that like Rick was just like, fuck you, Lori. I was like, yo, damn, it's like
Well,
that.
there is a scene in the comics. It's not a spoiler. I wish I had the picture. It's just like, Lori, stop being a bitch.
Oh yeah.
It's like my favorite scene in the comics.
So I don't know. Uh, before the show, they had the Walking Dead game, so it's basically just to tide you over until the show came out, obviously. And
Yeah.
the what episodes have you played? The first two,
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Um,
The games are in a click and point adventure or whatever
yeah.
style game, Grim Fandango and the like, and it's really good. It's like it's really interesting, and like the gameplay is like it's minimal, I guess, but it's still really fun, I guess.
If
I
you
like
like
it a
the
lot.
story, then you're definitely gonna want to pick up this game.
Yeah.
It just fills in like little gaps, I guess. Not really anything like necessary that you need to know. in order to watch the show or a comic or anything like that.
There's some crossover a little bit,
Yeah,
but
there's a
it's
little.
more
Yeah,
centered for the comic, if anything.
yeah, it's based off the comic story, I believe.
Okay.
Um, that's pretty
But
much it
yeah,
for.
there's some fucked up shit in those
Yeah,
games. Like immediately, it's just fucked up shit constantly, and I think that plays a lot to the comic because the comic is just filled with fucked up shit
I
from
think
like
Rick is or somebody's
season
gonna
one.
get their hand cut off. To be
Yeah,
honest, but it's gonna be somebody who's gonna die because they already said they don't want to deal with that.
yeah, they don't want to deal with like the makeup and shit. They could just not do it
Yeah.
or just put it in a cast.
The one thing that I hope throughout the whole episodes for this season is that the governor is super crazy.
I want them to like appear because I'm pretty sure Michonne and Andrea are gonna run into them first, and then Rick's gonna be like, "Brr," and like randomly happen upon them, like, "Oh, you're alive." And I hope like they're like, "Okay, let's like this is our city, we're really cool," and then like someone like mouths off, he's like, "All right, crazy mode," and like just goes fucking batshit insane.
Yeah. Um.
And the rape, there's more rape.
Yeah.
This season's gonna have the most rape on AMC than any show ever.
Do you think? I don't think they will.
They're gonna
Because
have
that's
rape.
kind of like frowned upon on television.
There's gonna be some sort of rape
Okay.
because like the memorable moments from the comic are like that Woodbury shit.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna change too much of it.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't. I'm pretty sure, like whatever that guy's from the first season, that guy chops off his hand or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, he's coming. Well, yeah, we know he's coming back, but he's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
like
right.
his right hand man or something like that, so to
Yeah,
speak.
like because
No
in
pun
the
intended.
show, I mean in the comic, he had like that right hand guy. I think he's just gonna be him.
And then like, I think. Well, I don't. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just stop right there. We have
Yeah.
the whole season to worry about shit.
60 episodes.
Are they doing that thing where it's the first 8 episodes, and then
I
we
hope
wait, and then we have to like sit there for like 5 months and like blow our brains out before
the
the
only
next eight
acceptable way
episodes
they
are?
could do that is if the 8 episodes ends and then Breaking Bad starts, and after Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead starts.
I can see that happening though. Unfortunately.
That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind
Actually, no. The Breaking Bad starting way too late for that.
that. Okay.
Yeah, it's way too late.
All right, let's go to the questions on my Twitter. If you have any questions, send them to @Honzo Gonzo. We'll be answering them for like 30 minutes or so. If you want
Fuck
to
you,
post it
people
up,
with that block. Fuck you.
uh, um, send them at Honzo Gonzo. If you have any questions, you can post them on the stream chat. I'll try and read them. But if you post them on Twitter, you won't get them automatically. Whatever. All right. So progress on putting your dick in your own ass at Leo2Sexy. I haven't tried very hard lately, but like my boner kind of like stems that because I can't bend it that far. So sorry. Next question at Equus_Vent. Are you going to be doing more Amy Doom BFF videos? Yes. Next question. At Zero Kirby, Sonic the Fighters. Next question. All right, here's a good one. At Dub, we're both gonna do this one.
Okay.
At Dub CC. Okay. If you, CJ Showstopper, OMG It's Andre, and Joker were the last people alive on the planet, who would you eat first and why?
Who would
Harrison,
you
go.
what first?
Eat.
Eat first. So it's Joker, CJ, and who?
OMG It's Andre.
I don't really know Joker, so hopefully he's a decent person. So I'd probably have to go with Oh my God, it's Andre.
Okay. Why? Just because.
Just because like CJ is probably a chill guy. Well, I mean he's like from what I know he's a chill guy. So, plus man he's got C Vapor. So
Yeah, yeah.
I got
the
I got the
e-cigarettes.
smoking. Yeah, I got e-cigs. So, who would you eat first?
Okay, very detailed. I've thought about this. CJ Showstopper, I would not eat. He's really nice. He's got them e-cigarettes, and he probably has a lot of food and shit because he's sort of wealthy and he has property, so he knows where to go. He is off the eat list, definitely. Joker is off the eat list because I don't think he's very meaty. He's probably gamey and he smokes a lot of marijuana, so he probably wouldn't taste that good. OMG Andre, on the other hand, is way bigger than both of them, so he'd provide a more sufficient meal. Plus, I don't think I could stand living in a world where I have to talk to Andre every day, every day, every day. Nor could he. So, for both our benefits, I would eat OMG Andre.
Very good. Any more questions?
Yeah, we have some. At the N4US. Shout out to N4US. If STA does another sort of exhibition, what matches would you guys want to see? Um, I want to see Win Zero versus more people in NorCal, I guess. Like, I think long sets with Win Zero and K Beast would be fun. Win Zero, Drew Grimy, because I don't think they've ever played. I think that'd be cool. What about you in other games?
Me in Street Fighter or something?
Or whatever. Games, it's an exhibition, could be whatever.
Oh, let's see. I don't know. Everybody wants to see me versus PR Balrog. I don't mean to throw my own name out there, but
No, that's fine.
everybody Human, a bunch of other people want to see that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because there's not a lot of people in NorCal that travel and play Street Fighter now. Everybody just kind of up in their, they kind of pick an area and don't go anywhere. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to tell, but maybe I think let's see,
Actually,
Pavo and Vance.
Pablo and Vance?
Yeah, Pavo and Vance. Just because I believe at TNT or something like that, Pavo beat him,
Oh.
and with Seth or something like that. And Vance, his bane of existence is Seth.
Well, that's Vangeef's. I mean, yeah.
I know it's a bad
Zangief's.
matchup, but he just I don't know what it is in that fight, dude. He lost to the same Seth twice at Evo, and yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's gotta suck.
Yeah.
I have one. Curdy Pie and Scuncheon.
Oh yes,
Dude, that'd be so hype.
that would be the hypest shit I think anybody would ever see.
I want that to happen, actually.
I think we can do that.
Scuncheon.
Curdy Pie
Make
comes
it
out of
happen.
retirement.
Yeah, just bring him out.
Oh shit!
What does EX Gibby think of Abel in AE 2012 from Gibby?
Wait, what? Sorry.
What do you think of Abel?
Abel?
Yeah.
I think Abel's stupid. I hate him. Anybody who knows, I hate Mike Chow, not because he's a bad person, but I just hate Abel. That's pretty much it. I hate him as a character. I think he's stupid.
All right. Are you ever going to play Street Fighter 4, you fag? At It's Mr. Mickey. Probably not. I don't know. I think it's too late for me.
I got a great question. I have a fantastic question right here. It's for you,
Right.
Honzo Gonzo. Because, I'm not going to answer it because I already know what I'm going to say. Oh, it is at Honzo Gonzo. Who's better at Marvel, Chris Seglia or Harrison?
All right, I gotta answer this.
Yes.
Harrison, what the fuck? What kind of question is that? Chris is not better than Harrison at Marvel.
I
would
respect
put
that.
money on it.
You would put money on that?
I'd put money on it.
Damn. You hear that, Chris Seg? You're garbage.
Garbage.
All right, next
No, I've
question.
never seen Chris play, and I'm gonna assume Harrison's better.
He's definitely not bad. He knows how to play the game, but he's just bad. He's not bad, but he's bad. If that makes any sense.
All I know is I would body him,
You would body him for free.
so I could talk as much shit as I want.
He'd probably never play you.
I could probably be with my Thor.
Yeah.
My Thor's serious.
Your
To no
Thor,
one.
your Thor She-Hulk team.
All right. Let's see chat questions. Someone wants a Drew Grimy versus Patrick versus KB's round robin. Patrick doesn't play very much anymore. Marvel. He's Tekken right now. He hasn't played since Tekken came out, so I don't think that'd be very fair for him. Drew Grimy versus KB's would be interesting though.
Oh yeah. Do you know what we need to see is the guy versus Drew Grimy?
Dude, that'd be such a blow up.
I know it would be a blow up, but everybody wants to see that shit because if you guys follow those two on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. It's basically just nonstop like harassment between the two.
Yeah. They're going at it for no reason.
Yeah, I don't even know what sparked that.
Basically, Kevin was like criticizing Drew, I think, and Drew's like, I'm the Hulk, and like just like went in like fuck you, you lose and shit, and it just started this whole thing.
All right.
Let me see. Can I get a whoop 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 whoop? All right. Who would you pick as your FGC zombie survival team? Up to 4 people. Okay, that's a good one. Up to 4 people. I'd pick Drew, first and foremost, the muscle.
Okay.
It's a hard one.
I got a couple good ones ready to go.
Okay, you go first then.
Okay, not you. CJ Showstopper because that guy knows how to hustle, man, and he's gonna get shit for you. Drew probably just because the guy's a beast. Actually, come to think of it, all the guys in the FGZ are kind of like shrimps.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how well they would survive.
Let's see. You give another one. Oh, I got a good one. Who Man, dude? He's a godlike driver.
Oh, that's true. All right, I'm gonna choose Who Man too. Drew, Who Man. We have to pick a chick. Sherry.
The only one.
Sherry. And,
Sorry.
I gotta pick another one.
Yeah, you got to pick one more, I believe, right?
Someone I could stand to be with, and who would Moons be the Moons.
Moons?
Moons.
Okay.
You keep me entertained.
Keep you entertained. Hey, man, you need somebody to look on the bright side.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I need one more. I got CJ, Drew Grimy, Who Man. I need somebody else. Then I guess I'd take you.
Me? Sick.
Yeah, I guess I'd take you.
You should have picked Nina, you fucking idiot. All right. Another question by @Moons Fan Club. I wonder who this is. Would you rather be a 10-year-old girl for the rest of your life, kept your current voice, or have 20 million US? What? Like, I really want to be a 10-year-old girl.
Is that like a trick question?
Well,
Why do you have to think about this?
could I orgasm if I was a 10-year-old girl? Because that'd be a deal breaker. Because I'd be a 10-year-old girl if I can orgasm. Don't ask me why.
Next question. Holy shit! Next question.
I think that's it.
That's it. I think I had one from last week. Let me find it.
Someone first 10 versus me and Marn. I think I would 10-4.
So we were. Wait, you versus who?
Marn.
Marn.
10-4.
You'd body him.
I'd beat him pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm confident
Dude,
in
he
that.
just won Wednesday night fights, dude. He beat Infrit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Infrit's really good though.
He is good. The only problem that I see with Infrit is that he loses. But what I mean by that is like he just loses to like random shit. Like Chris G and like Ryan, they're just like never gonna lose, just randomly lose to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're too consistent. Consistency is like so hard. And Infrit has that weight of Evo too, so it's really difficult for him to prove himself constantly. Because whenever he has any shortcomings, they're like, second at Evo. Wow, what a dingus.
All right, so we have another question from It's Mr. Mickey.
Hypnotic got first at that, by the way.
At what?
At the run back.
Oh yeah. Wait. Oh no.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad.
Hypnotic's LXG fellow member with Infrit, and he kind of came out of nowhere in body of one. A scroll.
But anyways, last question of the night. It's from last week. I missed it somehow. It's we were talking about like new players, I think, in the FGC, and the question is like really like I don't know what he was thinking when he typed it out. It says, "Why do you need new player if the game is not at his peak?" Um,
Oh, I was talking about like how no one's like started playing Third Strike when it came out. Like there's not a lot of new people.
uh,
Why? What was the question again?
why do you need new player if the game is not at his peak? I think he's talking about the player.
Oh,
I
why do you
think
need new players? Because it mixes things up. There's more blood is always good. There's more money to sustain top players. There's more players to play, more matchup experience, more chances of top players being created from new players. Because like the current crop of like Marvel 3 players are not that OG. So, you know,
I don't know. I
it's
think you
always
just have
good.
to accept the fact that these new players aren't going to be top notch.
They have the ability to.
They have the ability to, but they're not going to be right away.
No, 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 no. They got to work harder than everyone else, I think.
I think that's it, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to episode number 2 of the show that sucks with me, Harrison, and Honzo Gonzo.
Hope you guys liked it.
Definitely went better than last time. No
Yes.
internet dropouts.
We can promise more rape jokes on the third episode.
God damn it, dude. uh, anyways, see you guys next week. Same time, same place. 11 o'clock PST right here on I Play Winner Twitch
I gotta
channel.
set them free.
Oh, you do?
All right. We're done.